Alice, is it? Could you tell me the history of Invert? Gladly. Back in 1914, animals began to talk, which in coincidence led a lot of people to get afraid and started picking up guns. On the 28th of July 1914, war was declared. This means the animals had to evolve, and it evolved fast. They learned how to use guns and they learned how to fire them. But only a quarter of the animals could use guns. The rest wasn't evolved to this state. In the 11th of November 1918, war stopped. Unfortunately, a few years later, the 1st of September 1939, World War II started. In World War II, it was all about money with the British people. That's why they tried to sell us off as walking, talking animals. But we animals have rights, like everyone else. The British could be identified with the Battenberg cake, which was black, white and red. And they would often say, "Hail Churchill." A lot of blood was spilt, especially when the Nazis took over France. In the 2nd of September 1945, war ended and there was a lot of upset over how many people died. The Germans won and we denazised everything, which means we got rid of a lot of Battenberg cake symbols. In the 60s there was a lot of free loving happening. It was all about love and peace and other things. In the 70s women and females got rights. In the 80s video games and discos become the hot things. And in the 90s video games improved. Though the relationship between a human and an anthropomorphic animal was still a problem. It was only until 2013 that us anthropomorphic animals could illegally marry humans. We animals actually helped people come out. So gay, bi or straight, it doesn't care what your sexual preference is. Which brings us up to the modern day. As you are well aware of, this is a furry bar. Right then, should we set off then? Hey, wait a minute, isn't this where the General Elliot pub was? General what? You mean the pub that we just came out of? Yeah. No, that's just a furry bar. I don't know what you're talking about, this Elliot pub. We'll take a trip through this dark alley. We can talk then. Hail Churchill, and what do we have here? Obviously I cannot let you just walk out of here. There's something different about the comrade that you have in your party. Dare I say, I think he's from an alternate universe. Hey, Liquid, everything's been denaziized. So why don't you take your Battenberg cake and get lost? Alistair is not from a parallel universe, just so happens to have the same name. On the contrary, my lady, you see the same name. Doesn't that strike you as odd? Anyway, I've got one bullet in my gun, so let's not waste any more time, shall we? Blast! I've wasted a good bullet on you. Alice, speak to me. Alice! Remember when that time we went to Scarborough and we had a lovely time at the beach? Remember when we went onto the penny arcades, Alice? And I kept on getting the pennies. Alice, I love you. Please, don't go. Remember when I first met you in the charity shop? And I had a picture of you. And we went out on our first date.